Welcome to the AM News. Now, starting with, he's promising to liberate Ghana from the shackles of economic dependence by dealing ruthlessly with corruption in order to create more jobs with his 24-hour economy policy. However, beyond this grand promise, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, is equally assuring Ghanaians that he will take additional measures such as banning mining in forest reserves and ensuring access to free quality education that will ensure or inure the building Ghana, building the nation. My colleague Blessed Sugan, who joined other journalists for the first in a series of Mahama conversations held in Accra, filed the following report from where the leader of the opposition party answered questions from journalists from across the country.
It was a night for John, but he came in the company of Jane, his running mate. And with less than 200 days to the presidential election, the NDC flag bearer has kick-started what he calls the Mahama Conversations, a dialogue with the media and other stakeholders, which will afford him the opportunity to sell his nation builder plan.
In addition to my digital conversations, I intend to have a number of such media engagements, not only in Accra, but in other parts of the country. And this is why I'm happy today to be with you again to sustain the conversations about our dear nation, Ghana.
Just when the questions kept raining on from the media, John Dramani Mahama attempted a response to them all, touching on economic restoration to an intensified fight against illegal mining and also vowing to crack down on corruption.
Their will to fight corruption was there. We even retrieved monies from some of those involved in JIDA. We retrieved as much as 50 million Ghana cedis at the time. And so the track record is there. And I can assure you, if you believe that I was imbued with the Father for All syndrome, it has been exercised. And it's been exercised because it's a demand by the people of Ghana. The people of Ghana are asking for accountability. Galamsey is a problem of compliance. We have all the laws. We have everything. It's the enforcement that is the problem. And the enforcement is a problem because those who should be enforcing it are part of the problem. Today, DCs and ministers all have small-scale concessions, and I indulge in galamsey. And that's why I said, any person who serves in my government, if you want to be a small-scale gold miner, go and be a small-scale gold miner. If you're a DCE, be a small-scale gold miner. Don't take public office under my administration. And so we're not going to countenance having any of our ministers or our political appointees involved in small-scale gold mining so that we can enforce the laws properly. This is not just a promise, it's a commitment. I will reset the economy and Ghana will be open for business for 24 hours a day.
For many years, the National Democratic Congress has criticized the mode of implementation of government's free senior high school policy, with the New Patriotic Party, on the other hand, accusing the opposition party of undermining the policy. However, providing clarity of his party's position regarding the policy, John Mahama noted that the free senior high school policy is here to stay.
My position on free SHS is known. In 2015, I launched progressive free SHS. That's what the Constitution says. The only difference between us and MPP is the approach. We thought that we should put the infrastructure in place and we should do the necessary preparation to absorb the free SHS. And so we started with day students. We made it free for day students. And in the second year, we absorbed 120,000 students on the free SHS. Nanado himself lauded me. It's there in the media. Just, if I had my phone here, I would Google it. He said, Nanado lauds Mahama's free SHS. It's there. UNESCO, congratulated us for launching the free SHS. How can a person who launched free SHS be against free SHS? And so it's a political gimmick that is played by our opponents. Free SHS has come to stay.
In the end, John Dramani Mahama remains hopeful that this year's election will go in his favor. And having learnt the bitter lesson of losing the last election, John Mahama says his team will police the system with vigilance as he invites the media to support the cause if they can. Les Ogan's report for Joy News. Kempinski, Gold Coast, Accra.
The West African Examination Council says a total of 569,095 candidates will sit for this year's Basic Education Certificate Examination, that's the BECE, which starts today, Monday, July 8, 2024. Head of Public Affairs at WAEC National Office, John K. Kapi, said the government was making arrangements for the release of the remainder of the examination fees to the council. Speaking to Joy News, Mr. Kapi stated that examination materials have been dispatched to the various examination centers.
On record, we have 569,095 candidates for the examination across the country. We also have made provision for every single candidate who is going to write the examination across the country.
Have materials been transported yet?
Certainly, we started transporting for stationery items. We sent them out much earlier. So from the 4th of July, we started to dispatch our staff and other officials who are going to go out there. So those who are going to the northern regions left on the 4th, and then we dispatched some also on Friday. And then yesterday, the last batch was dispatched. As we speak, all our officials have arrived at their destinations, ready for work to begin, God willing, tomorrow morning.
And our students at Bulagu DA Junior High School in the Tolon Kumbungu district of the northern region face a challenging 6-kilometer walk to and from school each day. This arduous journey is taking a toll on their education, particularly young girls who are increasingly dropping out of school to help with farming chores at home. The lack of accessible transportation options not only hinders their academic progress, but also limits their future opportunities. My colleague Imano Jivenu has more in this report.
As the sun rises over the village of Tolon, these young girls embark on a challenging journey to access something many take for granted: education. They walk over 3 kilometers to reach their school. The journey is long and exhausting, forcing them to take breaks along the way. By the time they arrive, they are often too tired to focus, sometimes missing the first lesson and even falling asleep in class.
It would take me 1 hour 30 minutes before I came here. I feel sleeping in the class. Sometimes I even miss the first period in class.
I always come to school late. I always miss the first lesson. And sometimes I always feel tired.
The girls, they don't have bicycles. They walk to school daily. And this affects their academic growth. Well, you don't expect a child to walk over 3 kilometers to the school and then stay active and focus throughout the lesson. Obviously, you cannot get that. Transportation, yes, is an issue and is affecting the performance of our students.
Is there any question with regards to what you have mentioned?
Recognizing this dire situation, the Giving Hands Foundation has stepped in to offer a glimmer of hope. Today, the foundation presents 10 bicycles to some of the most affected students, aiming to ease their journey and improve their educational experience.
These bicycles here in front of you are not just bicycles. I call them engines of change. They are going to bridge all your challenges from not being able to commute here easily to coming here on time. Please, take good care of them.
I'm happy and glad, and I am really appreciated for the bicycle. Bicycle will help me to come to school early, and secondly, and it will help me to improve my attendance in school.
Bicycle will help me to come to school early in the morning and helps me to go to the house early and rest.
I expect that the dropout rates especially among the girls, will decrease. Absenteeism will decrease. Then punctuality will increase. But the girls will not come to school on time. And then overall, they will progress on the academic ladder. And that's why I'm so happy about this support by Giving Hands Foundation.
With these new bicycles, the road to education will become a little less daunting for these girls. The small gesture with a huge impact, proving that every step taken to support education can lead to a brighter future. Emmanuel Jivanu, Joy Prime.
The Swami Macro vicinity in the Ashanti region is in a state of shock and mourning after a gory accident claimed 4 lives, including 3 women and a man. The accident also left 11 others severely injured who are receiving treatment at the Tafo Government Hospital. Eyewitnesses say a Burkina-bound cargo truck collided with a trotro minibus carrying 15 passengers on board. Here's a report by Clinton Yeboah.
The Ovan bus, registered as AS 360017, is said to have stopped to refuel at a gas station when the Burkina-bound cargo car with registration number WR184N veered into it. According to witnesses, the Ovan bus was attempting to rejoin the main road when the accident occurred. 2 people died at the scene, while the other 2 were pronounced dead at the hospital.
No say kaya da hono moy ono ko bu diesel into what simono na ka kesi so
I saw here at 6 a.m. This urban bus was on the way to veer into the main street when the cargo car coming with top speed could not stop.
And the wushe can asenti omu fa efre breakdown and ombepajaya omudi enipa no enti afa na police for aba befa efunu no omude ko ba omu mprepra ya na de e de omu nyina akọ hospital tafuji enti na de minimu fa ho no.
The police have taken over the scene and are investigating the cause of the accident. The incident has left the community in shock, with police searching for the families of the victims. Reporting for Joy News, my name is Clinton Yeboah.
And one more person has been confirmed dead in a shooting incident that occurred at Banikrom near Mankraso in the Ahafo South West District on July. Now, the shooting involved a fetish priest, Osman Majid, who is currently on the run and has claimed 4 lives, but circumstances leading to the shooting remain unknown. The police have, however, arrested Joshua, described as a person of interest, in connection with a shooting incident, and 1 other suspect, accomplice, spotted ransacking the belongings of the suspect. Yet another report by Clinton Yeboah.
Majid on Monday, July 1st, reportedly shot and killed 3 male adults whom he claimed were part of a gang that attacked him in his house. A police team which visited the scene recovered the bodies of the 3 deceased persons and deposited them at the morgue. Items retrieved at the scene included 1 motorbike, 8 spent cartridges and 4 cutlasses. Nana Kwame Konto, chief of Banikrom, confirmed that another victim had died, bringing the death cases in the incident to 4.
3
of them died at the spot, and he dragged them from his house onto the pavement. But 1 of them was shot at his cheeks, but has also been confirmed dead now. We spotted a tricycle packing Majid's belongings. We reported to the police and he was apprehended. He said he was sent by Majid to pack away his belongings. Acting on an intel, the police came to pick up 1 other, suspected to be harboring the suspect. Meanwhile, basic schools in the Bania Krum community were left empty following the shooting incident. Few meters from the location of the shooting is the Goddess 1 preparatory school, where only 30 out of the over 100 pupils turned up for classes. The Bania Krum DA basic school also has barely empty classes, with few school kids occupying desks in the quiet and pressurized environment. Fear has gripped us students. My brother couldn't come to school. Sadly, our teachers may not be aware. We are pleading for more security. Kingsley Apia is the assembly member of the Bania Krum electoral area.
Yeah, the only issue is about a private school that is closer to where the incident happened. Because of what happened, because they heard the gunshots and they also saw the flames that was coming from the burning of the motorbikes and the rest. So we went there yesterday in the morning. We pleaded with the proprietor that we should close down the school for 3 days, at least, so that we don't know what may happen. So he also agreed with us, and he has done that. Estimately, there will be more than 100 students. But when we went there yesterday, there were less than 30.
Reporting for Joy News, my name is Clinton Yeboah.
Upper West Regional Director of the Food and Drugs Authority, Kelvin Sungpal, has disclosed that tramadol and other illicit drugs are now being sold by food, mobile money vendors and owners of boutiques in the Wa municipality. The drug, which by law cannot be sold unless over the counter, the drug cannot be sold over the counter but now is being sold at some secret locations in the municipality. He made a disclosure at a workshop in Wa to sensitize traditional rulers, assembly members and opinion leaders on the effects of abusive drug in the region. Join News Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam reports from Wa.
According to the Upper West Regional Director of the Food and Drugs Authority, Kelvin Sungpal, there is an increase in sale and abuse of tramadol in the region. The drug, which is not even an over-the-counter drug, is now sold on the streets by food and mobile money vendors and boutiques, necessitating for them to organize a workshop to sensitize duty bearers on the issue.
They have moved from the traditional selling of tramadol in pharmacies and over-the-counter shops. Over-the-counter shops are not supposed to even sell tramadol because it's a prescription only medicine. But those they need to sell, so we've been able to stop them. But now they sell it in what? Boutiques. In the community level, people who do mobile monies are now selling tramadol. So that's why we thought it wise to involve our honorable assembly members, have a dialogue with them, so that if we're able to organize community sensitization programs and sensitize the people so that they know the effect of what they are doing, at least, and to help us solve the problem. And you know, once the problem is at the community level, the camps, the youth group, they sell it. So, and the assembly members, they know this program. We're hoping that after this program, they were able to push out so that we educate them. And those who see the community, they the same and make sure that the law is.
Kelvin Sungpal warned that after the sensitization at the community and schools in the region, persons found to have infringed on the law will be severely dealt with.
Anybody who is involved in selling tramadol will send the person straight to the court and the law will take its place. But I think they have reaffirmed the issue of we getting people and giving them administrative charges or reporting the administrative charges. That now what they want to see is that they want to see that the court now gives them, send them to prison centers so that they serve as a deterrent to those who want to come to them.
One municipal chief executive, Isakutar Movement, blamed the increase in crime rate in the municipality due to the intake of tramadol and other illicit drugs.
If you look at what happens across the municipality these days, all the crimes that happens, the root cause is the use of these hard drugs. Otherwise, you know, the moral fiber of the municipality and the people around here was so strong and so high until the infiltration and the penetration of some of these drugs, that we started seeing decay in the moral fiber of our people. So what means if we manage and we are able to do away with the effects of drug use, then we'll go back to the days when morality was so high in this municipality and across the country.
Participants commended the FDA for the workshop with the hope that it will help reduce the abuse of the drug in the municipality and the region at large.
A lot of youth are, abusing tramadol, which is causing a lot of havoc in our communities. All these things, the thefts, the armed robbery cases that the community we are crying about is due to some of the.
Business Update is up next with Benjamin Ataku.
Welcome aboard our business update for you this morning. And we talk cement prices as government has been implored to withdraw the ally seeking to control the prices of cement products to avert a possible collapse of the cement industry. Now, speaking to Joy Business on the matter, West Africa Regional Director of Cuts International, Apia Kusi Adomako, urged government to take a second look at its policy to avert the looming threat of shortage in the industry.
A deregulated market whereby businesses come here, do a deregulated market whereby businesses come here, set their prices and compete on quality and on prices. Now that government wants to regulate the price of cement, what it means therefore is that potential businesses that want to come into the market will be scared of this action by the government, and so they may not come. And some of the current players in the industry, if they find out that they are not making profit as it should require of them, they also may decide to exit the market. And if care is not taken, we may end up going back to the days of a giant monopoly, which we all know what happened when the cement market in Ghana was a monopoly of a company which we all know their name. And I think it's a fact, and it's Gasser. And so I think that government should think again and withdraw the ally for the interest of the country and also for consumers as well as businesses.
And that's our business update for you this morning. And I'm handing over back to Sweetie.
And that is our AM news for this morning. The news review segment is coming up next. Ben, should we get ready?
Let's get right into it.
Okay, stay with us.